Greetings all. Welcome to your Dungeons and Dragons read-along book. Every time you hear this sound, it means it's time to turn the page in your storybook. Now, if you are ready, we will start the story of Black Dragon Bog. Don't forget to turn the page every time you hear the sound. Look, down there, through those tall trees. See those two travelers who are making their way along the forest path? It is Strongheart, the good paladin, and Figgin, the good halfling thief. To repay many a favor granted, Strongheart is escorting his friend Figgin through the dangerous territory which lies between Castle Strongheart and their destination.
If the gods are kind and the weather fair, it should take us only 2 days to reach the festival of the halflings on the plains of the Longhorn Sheep.
Happy Figgin skipped along behind Strongheart. Just being near the brave fighter made the good halfling feel safer.
Look, Figgin, what a thick forest lies before us. I hope we can find our way. I have not traveled this way for many a year. The forest has grown, and I am unsure which path to take. Tell me, friend, do you know which road is best?
Sadly, my lord, I too am unfamiliar with this portion of the forest. But look, up ahead, coming out of the woods. It is a lumberman. Perchance he can show us the way.
Good morrow, woodsman. My halfling friend and I are bound through yon woods toward the plains of the Longhorn Sheep. Might you know which path would serve us best in our journey?
The suspicious old woodsman didn't trust the two strangers. His house and fortune stood deep within the forest greenery. He recognized Figgin as a thief by the bag of tools he wore at his side, and did not wish to help the two in any way.
I am sorry, sire, but I too am a stranger to these parts.
The big woodsman hurried by Strongheart and Figgin. The usually agile halfling seemed to lose his balance and stumbled headlong into the woodsman.
Out of my way, clumsy halfling!
1,000 pardons, sire. I tripped on that mossy rock. Here, let me dust you off.
Hands away from me, little one. I have far to go and have no time to waste. Off with you!
Strongheart looked about at the thick forest in dismay.
I'm afraid I have no idea which path to take, my friend.
A clever halfling gave a wink and spoke in a low voice.
Perhaps this map will help, good Strongheart.
And where did you get such a map? You had it not a moment ago.
'Tis a gift from the woodsman, my lord.
Why, you clever thief! Even I was fooled when you bumped into the woodsman. You picked his pocket, you sly rascal.
At your service, my liege.
So, after charting their path through the forest, they went on their way, leaving the map and a few gold coins behind on a stump where the woodsman would be sure to find them. After a half-day's journey through the forest, Strongheart and Figgin reached a deep and rocky gorge, which separated the forest from the rugged highlands beyond. Strung across the deep crevice was a thin rope bridge, which led to the other side. But the entrance to the bridge was blocked by a high wall and a thick iron gate. Strongheart looked about and wondered.
Where could the gatekeeper be? I would gladly pay his toll to get to the other side.
I see him nowhere, Strongheart. Without a way across the bridge, we will have reached the end of our journey, and I shall never make it to the festival.
Figin and Strongheart seemed to have reached the end of their journey. The gate which led to the bridge across the gorge was locked tightly. Figin, however, was no stranger to locks of all kinds. Kneeling down, he cast a skilled eye upon the heavy lock.
I sense a trap, Strongheart. This lock is intended never to be opened from this side.
Then how will we ever get through? This wall is much too tall and smooth to climb.
For you, perhaps, sire. But we thieves have special skills. I shall be over the wall in a moment.
The skilled halfling began his climb up the vertical side of the wall. With trained eye, he found small flaws in the rock and used them to hook and climb his way to the top.
Well done, Figin. You amaze me sometimes.
Sometimes I amaze even myself, Strongheart. Now, to lower myself down the other side and set about getting you through that gate.
Within a few short minutes, Figin had picked and pried open the sturdy lock. Strongheart hurried through the old gate, and the two travelers continued on their way. All the rest of the day, they climbed their way over the mountains. By sunset, they were down the far side of the range. Far below them, in the valley, Strongheart could see yet another challenge. There, threatening and dangerous, lay a swampy bog, the bog of the Black Dragon. After camping overnight on a rocky bluff overlooking the bog, Strongheart and Figin arose with the sun. After a meal of dried bread, goat's milk, and wild mountain blackberries, they started down the grassy hillside toward the bog.
'Tis our last challenge, Strongheart.
And our most difficult one, to be sure. For here in this swamp dwells the Black Dragon. He is not the largest of his kind, but for his size he is a fearsome fighter. Besides his sharp fangs and razor-like claws, he spews a breath of strong acid. We must proceed with care.
By the time the sun was halfway through the heavens, Strongheart and Figin were deep within the swamp. Strange, twisted trees bent low, blocking their way. Strongheart hacked a pathway through the thick growth with his sharp sword. Suddenly, up from behind a tangled mass of vegetation, rose a terrifying sight.
By the gods! It is the Black Dragon! Stay clear, Figin, and let me do battle with this monster!
But Figin did not listen to Strongheart. Instead of stepping aside, he ran towards the dragon. From within his backpack, Figin pulled out a strong rope net and in one skilled motion cast it toward the snarling dragon. The net fell on its target, entangling the Black Dragon and sending the beast into an earth-shaking rage. Opening his frightful mouth, he sent forth a spray of strong acid, which ate completely through the rope net. Angered now, the terrifying beast charged toward Figin with a horrible roar. As the monster closed upon his helpless prey, Strongheart sprung into action. Rather than slay the beast, Strongheart struck it soundly with the flat of his sword. After several stinging blows, the gigantic beast gave up his attack and slinked back into the barn. The two travelers were saved. By sunset, Strongheart and Figgin had cleared the swamp and reached the peaceful valley where the Halfling Festival was already underway. As they looked down across the green, sloping hills, they could see the glow of 100 bright fires. Drifting upward through the cold night air came the happy sounds of music and laughter. After such a difficult journey, the sight filled their hearts with joy.
Again, I am in your debt, Strongheart. Without your help, I could have never made it here.
Nor I without yours, Figgin. Working together, we have done what neither of us could have done alone.
Placing his hand on his small friend's shoulder, Strongheart led the way down into the valley. Their work was behind them. Now it was time for celebration.